Hey dudes, it's Pixel Tricks. Welcome back to Pokemon Platinum. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of stuff to show off here at Village Tricks. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of new items. Yeah, and Cynthia's here visiting. She'll actually show up if you buy this piano in the catalog. And the piano only appears after you've beaten the Elite Four 10 times. These plants are all like $140,000. Like, it's crazy. We got this audio system. I'm not entirely sure what melody that it plays, but yeah, we got that. We got the bed, 2 couches, and like this light. And I finally have gotten enough money to be able to get the final 2 items. So we got a rack. I just want to show off that Cynthia would come and like chill sometimes. What did I get for so much money? Oh, this. An attractive rack that looks good, with or without things on it. I see. Funny enough, I'm actually looking for a nice display for all my games, so I need something like that. Alright, let's get the chandelier. I was not ready for another thing to show up. Oh wow, look how cool it is. Alright, so it's way brighter. So apparently, we can actually get more stuff now that we got the rack. I did not know. Okay, well, we can afford it. Oh, it's really nice. Cool. It's got like a bookshelf and stuff. But yeah, this is all pretty much just cosmetic stuff. It doesn't help me in any way, and it took so long to grind out this catalog. It took so long. I had to beat the Elite Four like a million times. But thankfully, I was able to grind up some of our Pokemon. So the next legendaries that we catch, it's going to be a lot easier to catch them. As you can see. Yeah, I just led with our level 100 mons with the amulet coin, and I had the experience share on these 2 goons right here, and Sparky too, so they could get a lot stronger, making our next legendary hunts a lot easier to get. Cynthia just likes to go on and on about the spirit pillar and not much else. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a little thing I wanted to show off. But yeah, you actually can unlock more items for this place if you do like the battle frontier and stuff, but I've grinded so much. I just wanted to get everything on the order for him, and I don't know, maybe I will do it off camera if you guys would like to see it. Just let me know. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as it is. We got a bed, we got a PC, that's all I need to survive anyway. Alright, so today, we are going to be heading back to Sand Gym Town. We're actually going to be heading to the PAL Park, which was previously closed off. Okay, so we made it. So we're here again. So let's go ahead and see what this whole PAL Park thing is about. Oh, there he is. Pix, this is it. This is the PAL Park. Pokemon from around the country can be brought here. In other words, Pokemon from places like Kanto and Hoenn. This place also happens to be where you can compete to see how quickly you can catch those Pokemon. It's good to see you've come to join us for a visit. Let me make a gift of this Trainer Counter app for your Poketch. The Trainer Counter app tracks the Pokemon Radar's ranking. I plan to be in Eterna City for some time. Being here, I should make the best of my time studying the Pokemon of the Sinnoh region. Alright, so that's all there is to it then. I didn't think finding Oak would be as easy as that. I'm actually quite relieved. Okay, so I believe Professor Oak will be somewhere down here? Yeah. Ah, it's you. Good to see you. How's your Pokédex coming along? Capturing every kind of Pokemon is no easy feat, I'll grant you that. But I'm sure that you can accomplish it. Just don't try the Galar region. Ah yes, an acquaintance from Kanto has sent me something quite interesting. I think you'd make better use of it than I ever could. Another upgrade. I understand there is a Pokemon that evolves when it is traded while holding that upgrade. Incidentally, and this is an entirely different topic, I've heard that there have been sightings of very rare Pokemon, the legendary bird Pokemon Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. They've been spotted at various locations here in Sinnoh, no less. Why, you may be lucky enough to see them yourself in your journeys. Alright, so now that we have heard that from Professor Oak, the legendary bird trio will be appearing around Sinnoh, and we're going to be using the same technique that we have been for the previous Roman legendaries. We're just going to zone in and out. This isn't the only place you can do it, but this is my favorite song, so I always come here. There we go. So now we just go back and forth and hope we get lucky here. Nice. Yeah, it's funny. We caught a trio of Pokemon last time, and here we are at it again. Okay, so let's go ahead, bust a max repel, and see which legendary bird Pokemon we will find here first. Post effects wore off. Alright, well, we found them. The first one, the fire-flying Pokemon Moltres. Okay. Now, similar to other Roman legendaries, this particular group will run away from you if you don't have a trapping move such as Mean Look. So we're using Morgana for catching these three Pokemon. So as you can see, they would have ran if we didn't use that move. Let's see if we can get ourselves a early para on this thing. Nice, turn one, beautiful. Okay, just trying to conserve as much Poke points as I can. Oh wow, that did a fair chunk. Okay, so I had prepared for this. Now, Morgana can trap, but unfortunately, even at this higher level, they are still very frail. So I've went ahead and purchased a bunch of X Spadefs. So we'll be +1 in special defense now, and we'll have a little more longevity. This thing looks to be a plus special attacking nature by the looks of it, because it's doing so much. But yeah, we also have leftovers on Morgana here. Coming into this was the strat I was thinking in my head. We would trap them, try to get some paras, you know, buff up our defense, and of course we have the lefty's recovery and the substitute, so we can avoid crits too. So yeah, let's continue to put a couple more of these on. Now, the unfortunate thing about catching these three particular roaming legendaries is not only can they run away from you, but they can also heal themselves, because all three of them are carrying Roost in their moveset, so it makes it especially tricky. These are probably the three hardest legendary Pokemon to catch in this particular game because of that fact, in my opinion. But I don't know as far as catch rates or what have you, but yeah, I always really like Moltres a lot. I didn't use them a whole bunch back in Gen 1, because by the time you got Moltres, you were already at the end of the game, and I would already have a powerful fire type like Charizard or Rapidash, which I just previously picked up, you know, and I would always have the Pidgeot. Like, I would never not use a Pidgey that I got from Route 1. I'd always get attached to it, because I needed a flying type to fly, right? So yeah, but they're really cool Pokemon. They're like the closest thing we have to a Phoenix. I believe Ho-Oh might be actually based off of Phoenix itself, but this is the OG Phoenix, which is one of my favorite like mythical creatures. Unfortunately, I forgot to teach Taunt to Morgana. I do have the move, but I forgot to throw it on, but that's fine. Yeah, if only Moltres got access to Magic Guard, they would be able to be usable in competitive again. You can still, but the fact that they're 4 times weak to Stealth Rocks means that when you throw them in on rocks, they lose half their health, and it's just a giant detriment to a flying fire type Pokemon, unfortunately. But they're still really, really cool. They do get access to Flame Body, which is a useful move. And they hit like a truck, but unfortunately they have inaccurate moves in Hurricane and Fire Blast. But hey, when those moves hit, they certainly hurt. Yes, okay, we got it. Thank goodness. Just getting a little worried there. They hadn't roosted so long, too. Nice, dude. Alright, so we got Moltres. Beautiful, dudes. The flame Pokemon. One of the legendary bird Pokemon. It is said that its appearance indicates the coming of spring. Well, there you have it. Alright, one down. I was getting a little worried I didn't save beforehand. Oh, great. We have a friend. Zapdos. The electric flying type legendary bird. Two typings that complement each other very well. Having the flying type takes away one of its most common weaknesses in the ground type, while also only taking neutral from electric type attacks since it itself is an electric type. Now, this is a Pokemon that throughout every generation sees use because they're always really good in whatever they are, even to this day. Zapdos are very commonly run on many teams because they're very bulky, they're very useful typing, they could paralyze you with Discharge, Thunderbolt. They have an ability called Static, similar to Flame Body, you know, so when you make physical contact with them, there's a chance you'll get paralyzed, and it has access to Roost, and it's a great defogger. Unlike Articuno and Moltres, who lose half their health when they come in on rocks. While Zapdos still is weak to rocks, it's not as severe. So yeah, you'll see like Discharge, Roost, Defog, Toxic. I myself usually run HP Ice on Zapdos to catch Landorus's, and I catch a lot of people with HP Ice Zapdos for sure. Very useful to have, since it doesn't have much else other than that to hit like ground types and whatnot. It also can learn like Heat Wave for Ferrothorns. Super versatile. They could also be offensive. They could be offensive sets too, like with Specs. I've seen Specs Thunder Zapdos in the rain teams before. Yeah, very versatile Pokemon, very powerful, very useful for sure, and a cool design too. I always love the way this Pokemon look for sure. Yes, oh my god, we finally got it. After like 200 turns. It was literally almost out of just I was out of Poke points. Pretty much. A legendary Pokemon that is said to live in thunderclouds. It freely controls lightning bolts. Good god, Zapdos was struggling, dude. I was struggling. I'm out of Pokeballs. Like, look how much Poke points I have left on Morgana. Yeah. 0 in Taunt, 2 in Sub. I accidentally clicked Mean Look twice. I mean, they were doing that, but yeah, that took so long. Wow. Well, we finally got it, thankfully. I need to buy some more Pokeballs, but I'm so broke again. The last thing I ever want to do is go through an Elite Four again, too. Do you guys sell Dust Balls here? I really hope so. I think I have some money. You do. It's like they knew. Alright, we got 24 again. That's a nice start. Yeah, alright. Well, we'll just save beforehand. That should do the trick. That's Zapdos, my dudes. That was quite the feat. I'm actually very impressed I haven't had to reset yet to the legendary birds. But yeah, pretty cool little strategy here, right? I think it would work out a lot better with Dusknoir, because they're more bulky of a Pokemon, but I wanted to use Morgana. And with the X Special Defense, it actually works out quite well. Yeah, I'm so very happy we did it. At the end of the day, it looks like I will be having to go through the Pokemon League one more time. At least one more time to be able to suck up them Pokeballs. But that's fine. Alright, dude, so that only leaves the Ice Flying Legendary type Pokemon here. And I remember the very first time I played Gen 1, and there was no, like, internet, there was no guides, there's no way to spoil myself. I learned it all right there. And coming across Articuno was one of the coolest things ever to me as a kid, because there was, like, an actual sprite for them on the overworld, And I was like, whoa, this Pokemon must be a huge deal. And it came at like level 50 and everything too. And I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. So yeah, every time I would play through Gen 1, I would always end up having Articuno on my squad. Because I just thought they were such a neat Pokemon. Okay, finally. Now hopefully we get lucky here. Alright, and there you have it. The final legendary bird Pokemon, Articuno. Yeah, like I said, seeing it for the first time in Gen 1 left such a impact on me that I would always have it. Even if I already had Pidgeot on my team, I would also always have Articuno. Because it was also a ice type, which was really uncommon to come across in Gen 1. Unless you like had yourself like a Dugong or a Jinx or something like that. I just thought they were so badass because they had like Ice Beam and the animation was so awesome and stuff. Unfortunately, time has not been very kind to Articuno, what with Stealth Rocks taking away half of its HP when it comes in on it. It is a Spadef tank by nature, I believe. To be perfectly honest, I haven't used Articuno in like the more recent gens. Out of the 3 legendary birds, the most I've definitely used is Zapdos in like the current gen. It would be so cool if we got like a wonder or mystery gift event in the later gens that gave them a special ability like Magic Guard. Because Articuno could be an awesome defogger if they could come in on hazard to not have to worry about it. That would up their usage tremendously. And they did a special event for Ho-Oh where it actually got Regenerator. So, I mean, that is definitely a possibility that they could be getting some like cool alternate abilities opposed to what they have now. But yeah, that's the long and short of it for what I know about Articuno. I believe they're best used as a special defensive tank. I'm sure once they get behind the sub, they can be pretty annoying to get past. Just like any Pokemon of a more defensive nature. Thank you. Alright. An hour and a half, not too bad. For all 3, that's 30 minutes each, pretty much. Alright, nice. The freeze Pokemon. Legendary bird Pokemon. It can create blizzards by freezing moisture in the air. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'll take that with a smile and a thank you. That could have gone much worse. Alright, so wonderful, dudes. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and check out our giant birds. Alright, so it's quiet nature, so increased special attack and decreased speed. No wonder it was hitting so hard. Yeah, and they all come with pressure, right? It's Moltres. Zapdos, docile nature, so doesn't excel at anything and isn't bad at anything, just like many of our Pokemon throughout this playthrough. And Articuno, okay, so it's rash nature, so that is increased special attack and decreased special defense, which isn't great. Yeah. I would say all 3 of these natures aren't amazing. Probably Zapdos being the best. Just because it doesn't hinder something that normally these Pokemon are good at. As you can see, their special defense is one of their best stats. And that being lowered sucks, but that's alright. I'm just happy we got them all, we're able to show them off. And there you have it, dudes. Okay. So, with that done, next time we're only catching 1. Thank you. But it's going to be very difficult to actually track down how to get it because we're going to an area I'm not familiar with. And yeah, next time on Pokemon Platinum, we'll be doing that. So thanks for watching, dudes, and I'll see you then. Take care.